Hello, my name is Antoinette Elliott from All Our Children Elite Childcare Academy, and I'm reaching out to all of my current families and future businesses and future families about the child care tax credit that employers can take advantage of, as well as um, the parent and the families. I'm going to share with you a video from a company called Civitas that does a great job in explaining it. And then I'm going to come back and show you paperwork that I pulled off the IRS website myself. And I think that it's going to be very, very helpful. The first one can always be found and pulled back up on YouTube. It's called Civitas Strategies. They're a company that a lot of people um, hire to do research and bring out different benefits that a business has. So please listen on.
Early childhood education business school. And in today's presentation, we'll discuss business benefits for offering childcare. How does offering childcare as an employee benefit help my business? And how can I get money back at tax time? You'll learn how to prepare for this innovative funding opportunity. In today's conversation, we'll discuss how do I qualify? How do I get money back? And how much? And what opportunities does this offer my business? In today's staffing crunch, offering childcare is more important than ever for employers who want to attract and retain the best talent, including employees with young children. Businesses that offer childcare as a benefit see many positive outcomes, including increases in employee productivity, engagement, trust, autonomy, and empowerment. Let's talk about benefits to employers who offer this tax credit. You can help your employees find childcare or offer childcare for your employees. For 20 years, there has been a federal program that helps businesses to provide childcare on site or through a contract and receive a valuable tax credit of 25% of related expenses, up to $150,000. The employer provided childcare facilities and services credit exists to help businesses that want to offer childcare as a benefit to their employees. You can qualify for this credit in one of two ways: by helping your employees find childcare or offering childcare to your employees. This is called the employer-sponsored childcare. Employers can qualify for this tax credit in three ways. One, by providing on-site care for employees. This includes expenses to acquire, construct, rehabilitate, or expand a property to provide childcare to employees, as well as qualified operating expenses for such childcare services. If you offer on-site childcare and dependent children of your employees comprise at least 30% of your program's enrollment, you're an eligible employer yourself and can claim this credit. The second way is you can contract with a childcare program, and expenses in this category include those needed to contract with a qualified childcare facility that will provide childcare services to the children and employees. And the third way, you can contract for research and referrals. This includes costs to contract with an entity who will provide research and referral services to help employees find childcare. Rules and restrictions for employers. If the employer seeks to receive a tax credit for offering childcare as an employee benefit, enrollment in the childcare program must be open to all employees and cannot favor any group of employees, such as those who are highly compensated. Rules and restrictions for childcare businesses. If a childcare business seeks to claim this tax credit for services offered to its own employees, then at least 30% of enrolled children must be employees dependent. It is important to note that the total of the expenses included cannot exceed the fair market value of the childcare facility. If you happen to be a childcare business, you can also qualify. However, there are some rules that you should be aware of. Calculating costs for providing on-site childcare. Costs related to constructing, expanding, or rehabilitating a property that is used for the childcare facility can also be included, but only when the facilities are located at a site other than the principal residence of the taxpayer seeking to claim the benefit. For this reason, sole proprietors of home-based programs are most likely excluded from this provision, but they can claim other qualified expenses. It is important to note that the total of the expenses included cannot exceed the fair market value of the childcare facility. Claiming your credit. The employer-provided childcare facilities and services credit offers 25% of childcare expenses, plus 10% of resource and referral expenditures, up to $150,000 a year back to you. This tax credit reduces the amount of taxes owed by the employer. In a way, it is like the employer is getting cash back at the end of the year. Businesses can claim the credit on IRS Form 8882, which is simple and straightforward. Employers can claim the total amount of qualified childcare expenditures, which includes operating expenses of a facility, regardless of the facility's location, in-house or off-site, or whether it is run by another contracted entity. Moreover, businesses should include costs for training childcare employees and providing increased compensation to employers with higher levels of childcare training. Example 1, Gadgets and Gizmos LLC has a $50,000 annual contract with Happy Apple Childcare, an off-site childcare program. Total qualified expenses for Gadgets and Gizmos will amount to the total incurred cost of their contract with Happy Apple Childcare, $50,000. Gadgets and Gizmos also contracts with a local child care resource and referral agency to connect employees to other options for child care programs, in addition to Happy Apple. Gadgets and Gizmos annual contract with their local CCR&R is $10,000. Gadgets and Gizmos will receive a tax credit of $12,500 for providing child care services and a tax credit of $1,000 for providing resource and referral services. The company's total employer-provided child care facilities and services will be $13,500. Gadgets and Gizmos can claim $13,500 as an annual tax credit. A second example could include Goodman LLC contracts with child care provider Little Ones to offer child care services at the Goodman LLC office building. Total qualified expenses for Goodman LLC can include the cost of the on-site facility and the total incurred cost of Goodman LLC contract with Little Ones. How can Texas employers benefit? Childcare businesses can receive funding to help you provide quality care for your employees. Childcare businesses are seeking employer partnerships who would like to provide childcare as a benefit for their employees. For more information, you can email expansion@bizjet.com. How can Texas childcare providers share this benefit? Let an area employer know about the employer-provided childcare facilities and services credit. Reinforce that the actual cost of offering the childcare benefit will be 25% less because of the tax credit. Share the information sheet targeted to business owners at the childcare.texas.gov/childcare expansion website. Childcare businesses can receive funding to help you provide quality care for your employees. For more information, email expansion@civistrat.com. There are two ways that you can benefit as a childcare provider. First, As mentioned above, you can be an eligible employer yourself if at least 30% of the enrolled children in your child care program are dependents of your employee. This could be a difficult threshold to reach. The second opportunity presents as a great opportunity for childcare businesses. Childcare providers can negotiate a contract with an area employer and let them know about the employer provided childcare facilities and services credit. Reinforce this as a selling point that employers can claim qualified expenses on their taxes and get refunded up to 25%, which thereby decreases the actual cost of the child care benefit. Tools and resources. You can visit childcare.texas.gov for resources to strengthen your childcare business. Sign up for free one-on-one coaching with resources available in English or Spanish. If you want to learn more about the credit, ask your accounting professional or tax preparer, or for more information to determine if you qualify and what expenses may be included. We have produced a short brochure for employers on this credit, which you are welcome to share as a part of your conversation about developing a contract. And thank you. Hello and welcome. I am Shanti Hightower, an early childhood education business coach.
So I would like to go back and make one clarification. This is a federal program. That particular recording from Civitas was featuring Texas and Texas Child Care. But as you can see, I pulled up the IRS form for the employer provided tax credit, and it's across the board. This credit has been available for several years, and everyone has not been able to take advantage of it. Most people didn't even know about it. So what this form does, and I'll have it in an attachment, it's the actual form that's pulled down that explains pretty much what they said about the $150,000 per year that offsets 25% of qualified childcare. Now, there was 3 different ways that you could qualify for this. One, if you want to put a childcare facility on site. Hopefully you don't want to do that. The main are the last 2. One, you could be a tax care provider, you could be a child care provider and provide this as a benefit for your own employees if 30% of the children belong to your employees. That's kind of hard to reach. But the final one that I am presenting is the one where you contract with a child care provider, such as myself or any in the area. You contract with them and your employees' child care cost is reduced by 25%. Now, most employers would set up a nice contract, which would give them a little discount other than what the regular parents pay anyway. We can talk about that later at another time. But 25% turning into a credit, not just a deduction, but a credit, which is a dollar for dollar credit on taxes that you may owe. So this form will also be attached to the email. And then there's actually another document that again goes and talks about how you can determine if you have the fair market of childcare. In other words, you don't want to go to someone and they jack the price up higher than what other people pay just so that they can benefit from you. You should do a contract with someone and they should be able to give you a deal and then allow you to get to 25%. That way, more of your employees will get a chance to benefit from this. You saw that you are not allowed to keep this benefit only for higher paying employees. All of them have to be able to get it. Finally, this is the form, the 8882 form, again, on your federal taxes. And we can see they're not asking for much. It's only a 2-page document with the explanation included. They want to know what your expenses are. They don't ask by name. They want to tell you the 25% amount of the total. They want to tell you if you had any resource and referral expenditures. Here in Georgia, Quality Care for Children is the state's research and referral. They don't charge, they do it for free. We also have decal.ga.gov, and then you can search for child care simply by putting your zip code or your address in. You can find a place close to your home or close to your job or a nice place in between. That doesn't cost anything. So you won't be able to get that 10% unless you just pay somebody for something that's already free here in Georgia. Then you see where you add it up and it says enter the smaller of what's on line 6 or $150,000. Imagine knowing that you have a credit of $150,000 that you can take per year. This is amazing. This was truly spilling the tea or sitting on top of the place. And it's not too late. We're only halfway through this year. You have plenty time to jump on board with this and still save your employees money, work on your employee retention, and build yourself up a pretty healthy credit for your tax this year. Again, just to give it to you, the research, resource, and referral number is 1877 ALLGAKIDS 1877 All Georgia Kids. They will take the searching out of childcare completely. You can give them the information and they'll stop search. They'll do the search for you. If you have any other questions, this will be posted on my website, alcelitechildcare.com, as well as you'll be receiving these documents along with the presentation from your employee. Hopefully this has been helpful. I'm hoping that this is something that we can do a community partnership with. I'm open to nighttime care. If you have a business that needs nighttime care, I am licensed to provide that shift if needed. Please feel free. Again, my name is Antoinette Elliott, speaking through my avatar picture. Have a great day, have a great evening, and enjoy your family.